As 1983 draws to a close, all of us here at the ABC hope it's been a good year for you, and that 1984 will be even better.
Hi, everyone. I'm Casey. I am the producer of Rememorex, Not a Test. I also play Maddie Ramus on the podcast. A lot of people have been asking us about episode 14. So we thought we'd kind of do a little recap for everybody of what we remember about episode 14. And
We're in a box.
And we're all in boxes. We're all trapped in boxes that we can't get out of until we remember what happened in episode 14.
We're confined until we figure it out.
It's gonna be rip mad.
Oh, guys, we're locked in the broadcast right now.
Oh no!
Yeah, we literally are. This is it. This is the broadcast.
Is this what it feels like to be injured cold?
All the time.
I feel like this is more like Road.
Imagine an eternity in suburban Delaware.
Oh my god.
He's way nicer than he should be if you think about it.
Yeah, true.
So I'm gonna go. If you're listening to the audio of this, then you can't see the boxes that we're in.
No, love you. Shut up.
A Brady Bunch thing. Da 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 da. Like, oh wait, no, I guess it's da 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 da.
It's the story of a guy named Joey.
And I play Raider Hansen on the show. I also edit it and co-produce it, but I am not alone. Da, 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 da. Yeah.
The son of our producer Casey, who never remembers their producer hat.
Da, 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 da.
Sean's uncomfortable.
I'm just afraid of this coming to me, and I can't come up with a song that fast.
And then the one day, then the Casey met this Gia. Wait, that way.
Stage,
Go Gia.
stage left. Stage left.
Thinking about me, goddammit.
and
No
it
explanation for
was much
Gia.
more than a hunch, because I don't know. I'm not good at this either. And Gia plays Donna on the podcast.
Donna Maitland.
Donna Maitland. And that's the way we all became the podcast bunch.
The podcast.
And then there's Harold. There's only
Harold Delaney.
There we go.
And he plays Charles Eisley O'Keefe. He's a weird, I guess, something because I just changed the song. I just changed the song, and that's how we end up with Jaffe.
Damn it! I was thinking, like, how's he gonna rival Keith? It was me.
So all of you, this is what life is like. Just imagine us in a room. And Ralph, this gets terrifying. Cutting 45 minutes of tape at a time.
Bring it home, Sean.
I
Choke.
And then the one day there was a Sean Jaffe, and he wrote the game, and he writes the game in the podcast too.
now they're listening at him, and he does not know what to do.
The podcast bunch. The
podcast bunch. I feel like there's going to be so many more questions now that we've done all of this.
They're gonna be like, "What is wrong with you people?"
Should not be singing.
None of us have any reason to be humans. It's very confusing. Let me just grab this.
According to the little girls that live next door to me, I should always be singing. So
Okay.
ABS.
ABS.
Oh my god.
Gotta be abs.
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 I'm going to add the...
What is it for? Why are we here now? What are we doing?
So now we're going to talk about episode 14. So who remembers how episode 14 started?
So a long, long time ago in Clearfield, Delaware, everybody forgot what happened one day.
When Joey said a long time ago, I thought he was going to start singing a la American Pie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
No more.
In Clearfield, Delaware.
Something happened at the town
All like this.
Sean's not
We
here for this.
We have lost all subscribers already.
I'm gonna be
This sound
terrible.
records.
You didn't know that? Why didn't
Sean's
you
not on board.
for a fully musical, like impromptu musical?
I was not
Podcast.
prepared to do
We
like
didn't disclose that
improv
information.
singing.
This was going to be a musical interpretation of episode 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait, we didn't tell you that, Sean?
I
Well,
did
folks.
not do my homework.
I feel like my eyes are stuck together.
Here it is. I actually have my notes on it.
Oh
We
yay!
start-
No.
We also
Oh.
start with Eisley and Raider.
Don't get excited. It's 3 lines.
What do your notes say, Sean?
All right, let's. Yeah,
Do
we have to.
you only have 3 notes to episode 14?
Yeah, I have 3 notes.
That's
Let's
great.
transport ourselves to episode 14.
So I'm pretty sure we start with Eisley and Raider in the back being kind of talked to by one of the special agents from the Department for the Preservation of American Dignity.
The lady.
The lady. I don't remember what her name is. Sean?
Agent Cutler. Agent
Agent,
Yvonne Cutler.
Yes.
Yep. So Agent Cutler is talking to us about all of the ridiculousness and how we got involved with Shaw and how and Lauren, by the way, has the track meet that day. So that is the day of the track meet that's supposed to be happening. And we are talked to for a time frame where Eisley's like, oh, I don't know what the hell's going on. And Raider, I believe, is just trying to be like, well, this is just a bullshit day the entire time at the feds after we are both covered in blood. We watched.
They blow her head off, right? Or
Yeah, they just fucking kill her in the middle, like right outside of the school. Not Tejal, Shaw. They killed Shaw outside of the school, just in case anyone's like, oh my god, what just happened?
Headshot.
And during that time frame, you guys are actually locked in the.
That's right.
Most people are locked inside the cafeteria, and the teachers can't do that.
Trying to get out to go to the nurse, and the door of the cafeteria is locked from the outside. The teachers are kind of scrambling
Because they're like, we're trapped in here too? What the hell?
Salvatore Passanante. Silvio Passanante.
Silvio Passanante.
Silvio.
That's right.
We put
Sean
John's
in our
last name in
game.
there.
Yeah.
Just throw
That's
him in.
right. That sounds about right.
And then eventually we get taken out of the cab, and then you guys are the doors are opened, and we are brought into the principal's office.
Mm-hmm.
At the time we're brought into the principal's office, Lauren has a full-on concussion. And all of us are just trying to deal with her having a concussion.
Well, we're all trying to convince her to go to the hospital. Like
That too. Like, you don't have to run.
And you have to go. You can't run in a track meet. You have to go to the hospital.
Yeah, you need help.
And she keeps telling us, like, no, I have to run in the track meet. The track meet's today. Like, she's very dedicated to it. And we were all like, you're an idiot.
You're very concussed. You're going to the hospital.
You need to go to the hospital.
You're going to the hospital.
And we're put into a room with circular discs that are electric
On the walls, yeah.
all on the walls.
Yeah,
And,
that they were. It described it that they looked kind of like smoke detectors, but they clearly weren't. But there was like too many of them.
Yep. And no one has any idea what's going on around us, essentially. And the department head, not Cutler, someone else comes in and starts talking to us. I don't remember what his name was, but I remember he did it. And as he's talking to us, he keeps adjusting the turn knobs and turn dials to try to keep us focused on him as whatever else and whatever nonsense is going on outside of it. And we're all kind of like being broken out of the thing that they're trying to create for us. At which point, Lauren's kind of the one falling into it. After all, she has a concussion. At which point, everything gets really quiet except for the sound and the vision of a full astronaut suit coming through the front doors of the room.
Yeah.
At which point, we're all just like, yes, Mr. Person from the department. and just staring at the astronaut just walking through the principal's office of our.
He went
our
behind
middle
the
school.
desk,
Yes,
Right.
behind the principal's desk, and like grabbed something.
and dropped something, which
Oh, he
is
dropped
very
something.
important. He just put something on the ground and then walks out. Meanwhile, Lauren is talking about it to the director, and we're just like, "No, Lauren, you have no idea what you're talking about. What?
You're
How could you
very-
possibly see that?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "No, but there's totally a guy right there." And we're like, "Sure, no, there isn't. She's very concussed.
Right.
We need to bring her to the hospital."
There's no.
She's so concussed she's seeing random space people. At which point they don't call the ambulance for her. Which is the weirdest part of this
Listen,
entire episode.
It's the
Um,
Department for the Preservation of American Dignity, not the Department for the Preservation of American Health.
Children.
Consciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah. We eventually convince him that that we are okay. Part 2 of that whole conversation, after he kind of turns off the dials and doesn't care, the principal comes back inside, and he's like, "What the hell is going on?" Because we don't even know what's going on with you kids. And Raider stops and says, "Wait, before we do anything else, something's going wrong with Sid. Something's happening with Sid Clifford, and his dad is definitely abusing him."
That's
And
right.
Raider full on just
Right.
like goes past the whole like, I'm tipped off at Sid. It's like, no, his father's beating the crap out of him. We're terrified of his father because we know for a fact. At which point the principal's like, "Oh shit, even the kids know that there's something going wrong. Okay, we have to get someone involved in this." And that was a really big moment that we all thought was like, holy shit, the adults are actually listening to us about Sid being abused very obviously, when they're just all trying to avoid it because Sid's dad is, of course, the chief of police.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Sheriff? Chief of police? I forget which one, but I know very
Sheriff.
much. He's the sheriff.
Sheriff Clifford.
Yeah, Sheriff Clifford.
Sheriff
So we
Al
know that he's up.
Clifford.
And what else? I'm trying to think of what else. I actually do remember a bunch, but does anyone else want to jump in if anyone remembers anything else?
Well, I think after that, it's the end of school, and then Trash picks us up.
Do you remember what happened?
Trash.
What the guy dropped? Do you remember what the astronaut dropped?
No, I don't.
He dropped the mask that was buried by Dakota. So when I actually go like past it and pick up the monkey mask, and that was what was hidden. But that's what the astronaut had dropped. Which, granted, for future reference, since that's been connected to the moth this entire time, it seems. It's kind of like that was a help, but that's Harold being like, "Oh, I know where this ends." I freaked out. Like Eisley loses his stuff and freaks out, and we all leave, and that's when Trash picks us up.
Yes.
Yes.
So go ahead, Joey. Remember all the trash stuff.
Well, I don't totally remember all the trash stuff. I remember it was maybe the last 5 or so minutes.
Yeah, it was rounding out that last part.
Yeah, we were just kind of like bullshitting, and then we told her that Lauren has a concussion, and then she like dropped us off at our houses and was going to take her to the hospital.
She drops us off at the Centauri, but before she drops us off at the Centauri, we see the Notcher Kincaid thing go. The cops chasing Notcher, and they get into a car wreck, and it stops the vision that Raider had that was Notcher's death. It changes it entirely into a completely different universe, and Raider has the new dream of that not taking place.
That's right.
So there was a whole bit where like Raider had all this time frame to like see the change and the shift in what he believed. Like Lauren's no longer running, so someone else like wins the competition, and Notcher just gets put in jail instead of being gunned down by the cops because it was actually, I think, because of Trash driving us that like he was unable to like get into, like he was unable to drive as far as he would, and swerves around Trash's car, which is what causes him to get into the wreck instead of him driving directly to the school, which would have caused his death and possibly someone else's death. So they feel like someone else also got shot.
So here's the thing that I want to ask: if anybody else remembers, in the dream when Notcher shows up at the school and gets out of the car, he has a kid with him. Did we ever find out who that kid was? Did he?
Yeah, he had a gun on his head. Yeah, I remember that.
He was.
But in like what actually wound up happening when we cut him off and stopped that, did he have a kid in the car when the cop caught him?
I don't think so.
Not that we were aware of.
No, I think by that point the timeline had changed.
Yeah.
It's really funny because that just makes me think now that we've finished the season out and everything, I got like he got into like a car accident and then we stole his car.
Yep, sure did.
He fixed it, and then we stole his car. And fucked
That
it up
car went
again.
through a lot in the season 1 of Not a Test. The other thing is that I remember a lot of real fun conversation with Trash and us all picking up on the fact that Trash is a lesbian and Lauren, who's a little baby lesbian, not picking up on that at all.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
I think we all got new nicknames too.
Damn.
Yeah, she called
Yes.
me Zipper.
That's
Yeah,
right.
she's a zipper.
You're a zipper.
And
Oh my God,
that's
what was Donna? Donna was like something that she was not comfortable with having to do with knives.
I thought it was just knife. Was it just
or
knife?
was slash
It
might have
or
just
something
been
like that.
Stiletto?
Stiletto.
I honestly,
Stiletto sounds great, but
I don't know.
I don't think it was stiletto. I think it was like slash or something. I don't remember. But
And-
whatever nickname she was given, she was
Crotch
not okay
stab.
with it.
they might have been stabbed.
Stab.
It was also like the first time when we got out of the arcade, and Eisley went from, well, of course, this isn't by accent. I mean, it's this. This is how I actually sound, and now you guys know.
At
So
the very beginning,
at the very end, when we're at the Centauri, like, I mean, I'm from New York, so this is what I sound like, and this is what I've always sounded like, but, you know.
because at the beginning of 15, we're already like, we're giving you the like, you should like, people don't just like you for your accent. Like, you need to let people know who you are so that they can like you for who you are. Because we were like giving you, and Sean was like, you go, or like a after school special.
Yep.
We were like all giving you the big lecture about like just being yourself.
You just gotta be yourself.
I feel like there's a lot of great after school special moments in Rememorex Not a Test.
We're cute.
Really?
Yeah,
all
it's
too pure.
what I was going for.
So,
Just
yeah.
trying to get that in there. Would you like to hear my notes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your notes say?
The 3 notes.
All right, let me tell you my 3 notes for this. Where are they? Pull these up. Okay. Episode 9, Scrubbing Scalps. Episode 10, The Box. 11, Defending Your Honor. 12, Stay Away from the Tapes. 13, The Vision. Okay. And 14, I'll Ask the Questions. Friday, October 14th, 1983. Here's all I have. Kids are brought before Agent Cutler, who asks about Red Getty, possibly name drops Marshall Malvolio, Mother Nagamdi, and the Helix. And then the other note is, Dad and Maddie talk, Mom's last words, have you seen The Visitor yet?
I don't remember that coming up in game.
Nope.
It didn't. You actually got away from that. That did not happen. It was going to, though.
Wait, so my mom knows?
Oh, man. We're never gonna see her again.
Don't know about that.
You know, it's fun, man. Oh my god.
That's some fucking shit, man.
Fucking shit.
Yeah, I was gonna have a whole scene where she was leaving, and that was gonna be like her last thing. It was like, have you seen The Visitor yet? And then just get in the car and drive off. But things went a different way.
My mom knows.
I mean, it's Clearfields. That's not really that surprising to me, but like, fuck. But like,
The episode went really well, I think, the way it did. I am impressed, Harold, with your power of recollection, because
dude,
My mind is like a steel trap. I cannot.
That's amazing.
Somebody remembers, even in just like our regular weekly games, it's shocking. And I mean, maybe it's because like I have the mind of like I have like the memory of a goldfish, so I never remember shit. Super impressive.
I wrote it. I don't remember it that well
Yeah.
at all. Maybe that's why I don't remember it that well. It's like,
I
yeah,
did
screw
too.
it. You can forget all of it. You'll just come up with a new one.
I get into a lot of arguments sometimes where I'm like, you said this stuff, and people are like, no, I didn't, and I'm like, All right, I'll just let it be. I'm like, that totally happened.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty amazing.
It's when I love things, I tend to try to remember as much as humanly possible about them. So like, that's just the truth. It's just what happens.
You are sweet and adorable, and we love you.
Oh God, this is all being recorded.
Yeah, it's
bitch.
for posterity. We all love Harold.
Joey destroyed something.
The horrible faces. Sean doesn't like emotions.
No, it's not that. I'm just like, I don't know. It's a whole. There's a lot from. This will probably come up in the question eventually, but there's a lot of Eisley that like that I try to draw from my own past experience of like weird parent stuff, and so like a lot of his reactions to things, I'm like, how would I have reacted to that? Or if not, how would I have reacted to that? How would like 3 other people I know have reacted to this situation in Eisley's spot? And it sometimes we get to a point in game and and Eisley's like feeling a weird way about it, and my reaction is, oh shit, that's more about me than I thought that was gonna be. All right, let's deal with this later. So me dealing with like, oh, all these positive things.
Tamp it down.
Yep, just gonna push this together, and I'll press this button later. Let's do that.